guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk about some of my fall TBR, just a list of these books that seem like they would be good to read in the fall time, whether they are actually like Halloween fall based or they just give me that impression. Hopefully the lighting isn't weird. I feel like the window's kind of like coming in the glare. So anyway, some of these are physical TBR books and then others are just ones that I've been wanting to read for a while that I would still need to get. First, I guess we'll start with the physical TBR. My current read right now is The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. This is a book about this modern day witch who puts a curse on her ex-boyfriend accidentally, and then I think it ends up like cursing the town a little bit, so then they have to like work together to break the curse. I really like it so far. I'm on page 120 right now, so I'm like not even halfway into it yet, so a lot could change, and I've heard mixed reviews on it, definitely, but it really has those like fall vibes. I feel like I'm literally watching like Halloween Town or like a witchy type of movie. So I really like it so far. I definitely would recommend. And then I have Bunny, which is probably completely in the opposite direction of The Ex-Hex because Bunny is like a horror book, I think. I'm not exactly sure what it's about. From what I know, it's like about this girl who's out of college and she ends up like getting invited to be in this group called the Bunnies ? It's like an exclusive group, and yeah, I guess it gets very scary and interesting. And I like that this one is like, I think it's kind of an open-ended, up to your interpretation type of ending, so that should be interesting. And I love to make up theories about things. Vito's barking at me. I have Daisy Jones and the Six. I know this one's coming out on like like Hulu or no, not Hulu, maybe like HBO Max, Amazon maybe. It's gonna be a series, and so I've been wanting to read this since I like started reading, but I just haven't gotten to it yet, so I'm really excited about it. I was watching somebody else's like fall recommendations and they said that this book was like fall-esque. So I was like, you're right, it does seem fall-esque. Maybe I'll pick it up in the fall time. And I also really like that it's dialogue because I like speed through dialogue for some reason, and then when it comes to like descriptions and stuff, I'm like, this is so boring. I don't know, I just don't like descriptions, so I feel like I'll like that it's all in dialogue. Then I have Six of Crows. I am so excited about this. I think it'll probably be my next book that I pick up. I remember my friend Madeline reading this like last year and she really liked it, and like at the time I wasn't really big into fantasy, but I'm still not really big into fantasy, but I'm trying to like get more into it. And like so many people just love this, like literally every review I see on this, like they loved it. Only thing is I probably will not be watching Shadow and Bone or reading the series because I've heard that wasn't very good. So people say that it might be a little bit difficult to like jump into this world right off the bat, but not impossible. So I think I'm just going to go into it. It's kind of a thicker book, so hopefully I'll be able to get into it without giving up. But I'm so excited because this just seems like such a fall vibe book. I think it's about like Kaz is like the main character maybe, and he's offered a chance at a deadly heist that can make him rich beyond his wildest dreams, but he can't pull it off alone. So he brings together the Six of Crows, I'm assuming. So yeah, it's like about this, it's like a heist and they pull together a bunch of like criminals, I guess, and pull it off. I don't know, but it sounds really good. I'm so excited. And then going along with the fantasy theme, I have no other than A Court of Thorns and Roses, which my friend Madeline was also talking about and loved. So does everybody else in the world, I feel like. I've literally heard this book being talked about all over the place, not even just like in the book community, but people that normally don't read books, they're like, this was so good. I feel like you can't go wrong really, and fantasy in general just seems very fall-like to me for some reason, unless it's like specifically set in one time. I don't know, but it just seems fall. I'm sure everybody knows what this is about, but if you don't, I don't either. I know it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and there's definitely a lot of romance involved in it. That's really all I know, but I'm sure y'all have already read this book and I am late to the game. Alright, so those are all my physical TBR books. Now I wanted to just mention some of the books that I don't actually have with me, but some of the other ones that I'm interested in reading this fall. I'm really sorry about this light. More scary, like thriller type of books. I have Rock, Paper, Scissors, which Sarah Caroli like loved that book. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. I know that it's like about a married couple and they're having like troubles in their marriage, and then they go on a trip and apparently someone's lying or something, and the man can't see faces. Can't recognize faces. But yeah, she really liked it, so I'm trusting her recommendation on that one. Okay, maybe the lighting's a little bit better now. I closed the blinds, but they're still light. Sorry, it's like the day is ending. The sun is doing weird things now. So I had the Rock, Paper, Scissors book, and then I wrote down Lock Every Door, which I know Haley Pham really liked that book. It's by Riley Sager, and from what I know, it's about this girl who gets this really good opportunity to go live in like an apartment or a condo or something like that. Rent-free, all she has to do is live in there, and she like can't have guests or something, and then it gets crazy. I don't know. I read The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and honestly it wasn't my favorite. I really liked it, but I just didn't like the plot twist, the turn that it took, I guess. But I'm still willing to give another one of his books a try, and I want to like try to read like actual like spooky, scary books. A book that I actually have but I don't have with me is Truly Devious. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. It's like academic. They're like in like a university or something, and then they have to like uncover secrets. It kind of reminds me of The Inheritance Game in a way. Like I feel like there's like puzzles and stuff like that had to be solved, but that's a series. I have 3 of the books in the series because I just bought the box set and I still need to read it, but fall is definitely the perfect time to read those kind of books. I have As Good as Dead on my list. That is the last book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, which is literally sitting on my bookshelf. I read the second 2 of them. I really liked them. I feel like I liked the first one a lot better than the second one, so I'm hoping that it won't just like keep going downhill, but we'll see. It's a really long book. Not really long, but it's kind of a bigger book. And then more along the romance side, I don't know if I talked about any romance besides like the X-Hex. I also want to read Magnolia Parks. Everyone says that it seems like really like Gossip Girl, and Gossip Girl is very fall vibes. But I'm thinking that if Gossip Girl is fall vibes, then Magnolia Parks is probably fall vibes. So I really want to pick it up and read it. It's just kind of an expensive book, but I love the cover. So at some point I'm gonna read it. And then final 2 things that I have written down just because they're 100% fall themed, but I'm not so sure that I'm gonna be able to get to them, is Twilight, which of course I'm definitely going to be at least watching the movies because they're just like set in Forks, like so rainy. Set in Washington, just so rainy, and I just love that vibe. I feel like that's so fall-esque. And then I have Harry Potter because fall. Haley Pham read the first one. She said that it was like very autumnal. So those are all of my fall TBR books that I'm hoping to get to this fall. Probably not this month, but sometime in this season I would like to read most of these books. All of these and more. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope I can give a good enough description of what these books are about, even though I haven't read them yet. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Come back for more book content or vlogs. Sorry about this lighting again. Hope y'all like my blanket and Vito, and I'll see y'all in another video. Bye!